So in my first role, since I'm in the graduate program, the first role I had, that compared to that role, this role that I currently hold right now, is a lot more challenging. It's a lot more work. So when I was in my previous role, I thought I was working a lot, and I thought I was doing well. I was doing a lot of work. But when I came here, the first 1 week, with all sincerity and seriousness, the first week was absolutely insane. I was going home really late. I was coming to the office very early, and I was still not keeping up with all of my deadlines. It was just a lot of work. Now, yeah, sure, I was learning a lot of new things along the way, so it wasn't that simple or straightforward. I had to figure a lot of things out when I was working. But as it challenged me, it was stressful times. Sure. But at the same time, that automatically helped me prioritize, take decisions quickly. Because if I give you, I don't know how you work, but the way I think is that I always, for whatever reason, despite all of the advice that my mom and my dad gives me, I'm a deadline-driven person. If I have a deadline, I'll get it done. If I don't have a deadline, I'll probably never get it done. I prepared this presentation this morning. I prepared it, sure. My dad would probably prepare it last night or maybe a week before. But that's who he is. So for me personally, I believe that having deadlines is key. And also not just like official deadlines, but personal deadlines. So I have certain deadlines. I literally have a diary where I write down certain things. So if I have a big project, I try to first of all break it down to smaller pieces, because otherwise it's just impossible. You can't think about all the different things all at the same time. So it's a sort of a work breakdown structure, WBS. And from that work breakdown structure, it's your personal work breakdown structure. You see all the different pieces that you need to get done. You put some. You don't have to be too fancy. You don't want to spend 5 hours planning and then 1 hour doing. But it helps to have that planning, and for me, it helps to have that personal deadline. So if something is deliverable on the 7th, I have a personal deadline on the 5th, so that I can absolutely finish it by the 5th, and then have a few days to add on, or if something goes wrong. I think, yeah, if you think you are stressed for time, take on more responsibility, and you will see that somehow you'll come. I think that works. Thank you.
Can you please explain what the challenge of a leader or manager working in an organization?
I actually got that question when I got it. So they asked me in a different way. They asked me whether I had any position of leadership and how did I handle the challenges of the leadership. So before that, the question that you asked about the challenges of leadership, I think the first challenge is to realize that you as a person versus you as a leader are two different things. Obviously, at the end of the day, you are a person, but you have to work with all different types of people, and may not all be like you. In fact, who will never be always like you. So when I work in a team, especially the role that I have, although I'm a very junior person in the team, but I'm a business analyst, so I have to do a bit of a project management work as well, especially when my manager is away. So I'm working with very senior developers. And initially, being from Bangladesh and being from the subcontinental area, if you're talking to somebody senior, you don't question them. It just feels you don't want to come across as being insolent. Right? So those things. But eventually, I learned the fact that I have to get it done, because it is my responsibility, and it would be a disrespect to my responsibility as the leader of that project not to do it, as opposed to offending people or as opposed to hurting people's feelings. So the way I would say that there's a balance, because I've seen some leaders, again, this is a personal opinion, this is my opinion. I don't want to be harsh, I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be I don't personally like the kind of leader who are rude, who come to your face and just blast you away. I don't like that. I don't think that's good for morale. I don't think I want to work for that people in the future, and I don't see myself being that kind of leader. And then you have the complete opposite. People who are so nice that they can't get anything done. They will never hurt people's feelings, they'll never tell anything to anybody, they will believe in people, they're too shy, and at the end of the day, the project is a complete mess. So I think there's a trade-off, and again, it's one of those art things. You have to pick where exactly do you want to be in that fine line. I think it's a balance between the two, and finding out that balance working with all these different types of people, keeping sight of the project, and making, I can't think that you can make everybody happy, but making most of the people happy. Most importantly, making the right people happy as a leader. I think those are the biggest challenges.
I'm from the research center of ULAB. So on your presentation, I have seen that there are 2 chapters that weight and breadth of your. So is there any opportunity for us from ULAB? Can we go for it? I mean, I think that will be very much helpful for students as well. They can add value for this. So how we can communicate with you, and can you please just elaborate it for how it works for the students? Thank you.
We have a executive committee for A2B House of Volunteers Bangladesh, and they basically oversee all of this. But absolutely, I mean, if ULAB is interested, then I can certainly talk to them. And right now, I'm a bit hands-off from the administration stuff, but I work on high school. But for by all means, I think it's very feasible. It's exciting to hear that you are interested, and I'd be more than glad to talk to the right people and see how it can be done.
I just want to know, can you hear your opinion about the new student? When you're a student, you are good, or high studies such as master's or bachelor, or it may be a PhD. He may be good, or he may be still good, but due to some cultural context or cultural barriers or a communication gap, how a student can negotiate, how a student can cope up with the new culture, new place, new origin. I just want to know how a new student can overcome this fear. How can they communicate with the teacher or with the institution?
It's something that I have to go through personally. So I went to the States in 2007, and I've been in Bangladesh all my life. So I went to the States in 2007, and it was a cultural shock. I know that now, thanks to social networks, thanks to Facebook, Hollywood movies, we feel like we live in a globalized world, and yes, we do. But it's one thing to see things and be a passive participant versus one thing to be in the middle of the action and be an active participant. So yeah, for me it was a challenge at the beginning. I wasn't as outgoing as I am now. I can't say that I'm very outgoing right now. I'm still an introvert person, I think. But it improved, and the reason it improved is you just have to ask yourself: do you like being the introvert person you are? Is it okay, or you want to be a bit more extrovert and you want to reach out to people? Because look, some people will always be introverted, and it's just the way things are. And there's no point being frustrated about it. But I think it helps to be aware about the fact that you want, if you want to reach out to people, if you want to interact with people, and you start with small steps. For example, I remember that I took a humanities class. It was on philosophy. Although I was a student of Raqeebul, we have humanities requirements, so we have to take a certain number of humanities classes. And I took a class of philosophy, and it was a very small class. And in that class, part of the grading was based on participation. So we had to ask a lot of questions in the classroom, give our opinions. And initially, I never spoke. It was a very small class. There was no place to hide. There were like 15 people. So, and everybody was very happy, in fact, too happy to speak. I think they had their own philosophies they were talking about. It was weird. They were talking about the books, the philosophers, Aristotle, Plato. All of a sudden, everybody became philosophers and started giving their own philosophy. And I was there in the corner, not speaking. And then it felt bad because I read the material, but I knew that the professor probably didn't know me very well. And sure enough, the teaching assistant for that class, he told me what the issue was, why I wasn't speaking, because it was she actually. So she was aware of the fact that I did not have communications issue. It was not that I had a huge language barrier, or that I did not understand what was going on in the class, or that I could not speak in English. It was none of that. But she was just puzzled why I did not speak up, because she asked me